What's up? It's your boy Kevin to turn on this motherfucking YouTube shit. Wow, what the fuck?
What's up? It's your boy. Can't tell you YouTube shit. Hey man, say man, we are let's man, turn to motherfucking day. You're hooding outside, big crib and a gang. You're hooding outside shit, man. Free Palestine, free Congo, Russia do your thing, and Texas stand the fuck up. Each day is a new day to be a better version of yourself. Never let somebody bring you down, I'll strike back. Never let somebody tell you our boss, never just tell them position you alone. Let's stay humble, let's get a revolution on this movement. Keep Yahweh first. Come to the Black Hebrew Israelite as a real Jew. Let's get into this bitch. Alright. Boom. Today, to motherfucking day, you're hooding outside, big crib and a gang. You're hooding outside shit, man. Alright, gang. So we got motherfucking Shannon, big muscle head ass Sharpe, man. Ain't no damn way. Shannon Sharpe, man. A lot of shit has been coming out, man. What have we been telling you about these white hoes? You know what I'm saying? Now, what has been happening on social media for the past few weeks was Shannon Sharpe got talking crazy to this white hoe about he trying to knock that shit down. You know what I'm saying? And it's real wild because they trying to say, oh, she 19 and this and that. I mean, that's adult. Let's be honest. But they was trying to say his age and shit. And you know, she played this nigga. Let's be honest. Crip. She recorded Shannon Sharpe talking greasy. Not like bad about her, but like he wanna just go crazy on her ass. And you know, that's what I be saying, man. I don't really like to mess with, you know what I'm saying, white hoes. They own type of, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I like my melanin women. You dig what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's to each their own, you know what I'm saying? But people do gotta worry about what can happen if some bullshit does happen. But we have seen over time where a lot of black men have been killed for bullshit over just, you know what I'm saying, talking to white hoes or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like that, but then they white be trying to talk to black niggas. It's just a whole bunch of weird shit, man. They mad because everybody want a black nigga at the end of the day, but you know, you just find out they want that money on. You dig what I'm saying? That celebrity status. But at the end of the day, know is what it is. Hopefully Shannon Sharpe can beat this because they trying to give him like a $50 million lawsuit. Is insane. So we got a little rundown. Stephen A. Smith speaks on the issues, and you know, we got wrapped it up. You know what I'm saying? Literally. But yeah, I hope y'all get into this video, man. Let's get into it.
Shannon Sharpe, I'm going to stand with you, my brother. Shannon Sharpe, I'm going to stand with you, my brother, on one condition. I'm getting text messages from all over the African universe telling me that Shannon Sharpe was accused of the unspeakable. I'm getting text messages telling me that Shannon Sharpe was accused of the unspeakable. I'm going to stand with my Uncle Shannon Sharpe. That's right. I'm going to stand with Uncle Shay Shay on one condition. Uncle Shay Shay, no more snow bunnies after this scandal. If you cannot promise me that you will never seek the company of another snow bunny, I cannot stand with you. Uncle Shay Shay. Uncle Shay Shay. I'm standing with you, Unc. I think it's a scam. I'm standing with you, Unc. I think it's a scam. I'm standing with Uncle Shannon Sharpe on this one. I'm standing with Uncle Shannon Sharpe on this one. But Uncle Shay Shay, no more bunnies after this. Can somebody confirm if he's being accused by snow bunnies or Afro queens? Is Uncle Shannon being accused of snow bunnies or Afro queens? Who can confirm? Does anybody know the race of Uncle Shay Shay's accusers? Are they black or are they white? Are they black? Is this a rice bunny situation? Is this a snow bunny situation? Is this a sand bunny situation? Is this a salsa bunny situation? Teresa Double O. If you have a co-wife, you can fill out my wifey resume. Wifey resumes must come with 2 names on them. Wifey resumes must come with 2 names on them. You know my number. Text messages only. I need to know the race of Uncle Shay Shay's accusers. Was Shannon Sharpe accused by the rice? Was Shannon Sharpe accused by the ice? Was Shannon Sharpe accused by the snow? Was Shannon Sharpe accused by the sand? Or was he accused by the salsa? I'm standing with Uncle Shannon because I don't like when black men get taken down. I got to stand by him. Yes, he's a lifetime snow bunny hopper. Yes, he's a lifetime snow bunny hopper, but that's my brother.
Black power.
Uncle Shannon Sharpe is my brother. I'm standing with Uncle Shannon Sharpe until the facts prove otherwise.
That's right.
I'm standing with Uncle Shannon Sharpe until the facts prove otherwise.
Well, what, Gabby?
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you do what you did to me.
Okay, well...
Well, what?
Get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
There you go. See, come on, cat.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter. So I stayed away from that. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I need to have another one of these.
Amen, amen.
Shit. I kind of getting one here.
Right.
After that, I don't really kind of know where to go. Let me one more time.
Right.
We good now?
Because the people want to know, well, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
Oh, because,
I was gonna ask you that.
because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. Something you wasn't supposed to be doing.
You will tell it.
All right, gang, let's get into this bitch, man. We got Shannon Sharpe, you know what I'm saying? The shit is crazy, man. Man, you gotta understand, man. We live in a wild world, man. Anything can happen to anybody at any time, and anything.
Knowing that audio was probably going to come out along with additional tapes, whether they be video or audio is unclear at this particular moment in time. Shannon Sharpe felt compelled to come out in his own defense. In my perfect world, he moves on. And somehow, some way, we find this all to be false. But it doesn't seem like that's the way things are about to go down, considering who Mr. Busby is.
Football Hall of Famer and broadcaster Shannon Sharpe says he's stepping aside from his job at ESPN in light of new allegations. On Sunday, a woman filed a $50 million civil lawsuit in the state of
$50
Nevada.
million, bitch?
Big black guy chokes small white woman. You sharing text messages, that's just sharing too much.
That's insane,
We didn't
bitch.
want to hear about nobody getting hogtied in your bedroom and your salad getting
You white hoes,
Why
man.
are you wearing a collar? It's too
Crazy.
much.
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is.
Stephen A. Smith is straight up eating this up right now because Shannon Sharpe just got booted from ESPN, and it's looking real bad for him. Word on the street is Shannon's not just fired.
Never sue the other driver after.
Real bad for him. Word on the street is Shannon's not just fired. He might be banned for life after 3 more women came forward with some seriously disturbing accusations. And trust, the fans are not feeling sorry for him at all.
Race play, Shannon Sharpe. Race play? I don't even want to talk about this, but the more videos I scroll past talking about Shannon Sharpe and this relationship that he had
Gang,
with this 19.
Yes, sir.
And honestly, I was just assaulted by this information. I didn't know anything about it. And I'm scrolling, minding my business, and I see a deluge of text messages that he released from this girl that are weird and with an obvious race fetish. And it's not just her with the race fetish. He obviously was turned on by these conversations as well. And he only released what she was saying. Put a big black baby in me.
Insane.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe. I wouldn't be surprised if she was calling him the N-word.
Hey, you never know these days, man. That shit crazy.
And if this man is turned on sexually by being racialized in such a weird way.
Folks are out here saying Shannon's just getting the karma he signed up for, and it's spinning the block hard. This might be one of the wildest, messiest scandals we've seen in a hot minute. If you somehow missed it, here's the deal.
I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
You tried to say what you tried to say.
I'm looking right at you. I ain't backing down. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your ass and get your old out there.
Damn, bitch.
You're trying to hang out with these young. You can't do it, Sam.
Man, I like older females, you know what I'm saying?
Shannon was out here playing sugar daddy for an OnlyFans girl.
Older
Get
females.
this, she's young enough to be his grandbaby. He really thought he was running game, flashing money like he was untouchable. But nah, Shannon got played like a rookie, and it wasn't just about tossing around cash either. Turns out Shannon was deep in some creepy race play stuff that's got the whole internet gagging right now. People are straight up disgusted. And just when you think it couldn't get worse, boom, the receipts dropped. We're talking text, audio clips, and with Shannon saying wild stuff like he wants to choke this woman in public. It's a done deal.
All of us have someone to answer to. No matter how maverick we try to be, and we own our own business, and we're our sole proprietors like I am on this platform and stuff like that. There are advertisers, there are sponsors, there are people you do business with, there are partners, and there are bosses.
Shannon Sharpe's reputation is toast. And get this, it just came out that Shannon tried to toss millions at his accuser to keep her quiet before the drama even popped off. He knew those skeletons in his closet were ready to come crashing out any second. But the girl he tried to shut up, she was playing chess, not checkers. She stayed patient. And now the whole ugly truth is out there for everybody to see. And man, Shannon was moving wild, reckless.
It's a sad situation.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, life is life. You never know what's going to happen.
Shannon Sharpe.
You're ups and you're downs.
Somebody I work with a couple of days a week. Shannon Sharpe is somebody that I brought to ESPN. To be clear, even though this podcast, this YouTube show is owned and operated by me solely, it doesn't mean that I'm going to be dismissive of ESPN, who employs me in my daytime job on First Take. So I sit here before you today letting you know that they are aware that this is a subject that I was going to broach.
Damn, Shannon Sharpe, keep on.
Because I
can't catch a break out here. This shit, wow.
I am the executive producer of First Take on ESPN.
I don't know, man. If ESPN wanted eyes on the show, they got
when
that.
They got them, they brought ESPN. I'm not the boss. Those are other folks. There are layers to this, and there are certain layers even I am not on. I can tell you, I also spoke to co-chairman of Disney, the boss, Jimmy Pitaro, who made it very, very clear we are taking this matter very seriously. And we are looking into this very, very closely. In my perfect world, he moves on. And somehow, some way, we find this all to be false.
Damn.
But it doesn't seem like that's the way things are.
This is like it's in 4K.
Who Mr. Busby is. And
Mr. Busby, goofy ass.
His client.
Big Dumby. This kind of nigga Dumby, bitch. Nigga got cooked by Jay-Z.
She's telling the truth.
Big goofy ass.
I have no idea what direction ESPN and Walt Disney will go in when it comes to this matter. All I do know is it won't be me making a decision. It'll be others upstairs. Like, in the end, all of us have someone to answer to. No matter how maverick we try to be, we own our own business, and we're our sole proprietors like I am on this platform and stuff like that. There are advertisers, there are sponsors, there are people you do business with, there are partners, and there are bosses. That's the situation, unfortunately, that Shannon Sharpe finds himself in.
Now, instead of getting any sympathy, the public and even Stephen A. Smith are roasting him for being almost 60 years old and still chasing after OnlyFans models like he's fresh out of high school. No self-control whatsoever. Even Cat Williams and Monique allegedly warned him about how these young girls will line you up if you're not careful. But Shannon, he was too busy laughing it off like it was a game. And now look, millions gone, TV deals dead, and whatever little dignity he had left is slipping away fast.
This three-time Super Bowl champion and this Hall of Famer, who emphatically stated to me over the phone how innocent he is of these allegations that have been levied against him, insisting repeatedly that anything you read, anything you see, anything you hear was fully and totally consensual. In the same breath.
This is wild, bro. Like out of nowhere, bitch. Out of the blue.
Knowing all the merits.
This shit is wild, man.
He was working with Disney, where I've worked since 2003, excluding my departure from 2009 to 2011, when I was going for those 2 years. Outside of that, I've been at Disney since October of 2003. I know this place. I know the worldwide leader that is ESPN, who's under the umbrella of Disney. And it wasn't difficult for me to figure out what was transpiring. They didn't need any definitive evidence at this particular moment in time about all of that stuff. Once all
when they want that payday, bruh,
put out there,
it's just you never know, bruh.
it was uncomfortable.
These motherfuckers can play child, you know what I'm saying? Like really trying to do some shit.
That Walt Disney once associated,
making niggas look crazy, wild out shit.
So to have him on the airwaves while all of that stuff was put out there was not something that Disney was going to do. That is what I mean when I say I'm not surprised.
Meanwhile, Stephen A. Smith is somewhere cracking up behind the scenes, even though he tried to act like he felt sorry for Shannon in public. Please, you can tell he's loving every second of this mess.
You think
and believe it or not, this story gets even crazier. We're just getting started. Let's break it all down.
People want to walk around thinking you can do what you want to do when you want to do it. You can do your own operation. You don't have to answer to anybody. That's not true. I've had people open their mouth and they've said, Stephen A., who works for ESPN, what kind of control do we have? This is my podcast. This is my YouTube show. I own this. But if you think for 1 second that I can just do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it, and there's not going to be any repercussions, you're clueless. And you're destined to fail and fall.
Damn.
Some people sit up there and they look at me and they say, Stephen A. don't get himself in this kind of trouble. How does he pull it off? Well, first of all, there's certain games that never have to worry about. But most importantly than that, I often say this about Walt. I'd rather work for a place with
Shannon Sharpe just fumbled his ESPN bag, and man, it's looking real ugly for him right now. For those who don't know, ESPN ain't just some random sports channel. It's majority owned by Disney. Yeah, the same Disney that's all about family values and clean vibes and protecting that billion-dollar brand.
Damn,
so once all Shannon's dirty laundry hit the streets, the lawsuits, the leaked texts, the creepy race play accusations, Disney didn't waste 1 second cutting him loose. Look, ESPN's weathered a bunch of scandals before, but this was too filthy to fix. You've got lawsuits flying, a 19-year-old OnlyFans model at the center, and disturbing race play receipts.
Ain't no damn way.
Sometimes God will put you in place people don't think you belong.
That's a fact.
And anytime you're somewhere where people don't think you belong, you know what they say, Steve? Well, he don't deserve that. Who are you to tell me what God has made a mistake on me? He don't deserve.
Shannon really thought he could just brush this off, but once you're dragging race and alleged essay into the picture, it turns into a full-blown PR nightmare that no magic wand could fix. On April 24th, Shannon dropped a statement acting like he decided to temporarily step away from his ESPN duties. He even said he plans to come back in time for the NFL preseason like it's no big deal. But sources inside ESPN are calling cap on all that. They're saying it wasn't Shannon's choice at all. He was pushed out hard. Word from inside the network is clear. Shannon didn't step away like he's trying to make it sound. He got pushed out hard. ESPN just gave him a little grace to save face, letting him act like it was his decision. But behind the scenes, they were done with him for good.
It's my only goal. I didn't want to get...
Here is how to be a video gamer.
Want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
Come on, Dad.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter. So I stayed away from that. And remember, I told you the drug story from when I'm in the park. Yeah. So these are just the things. I had all of those when I came in. I already was ready for that.
Insiders are spilling that Shannon's basically banned from ESPN now. They don't even want his name anywhere near their brand moving forward. And now, here comes Stephen A. Smith jumping into the drama. Steven, who's not just a commentator but also an executive producer on ESPN's First Take, hopped on his platform, putting on his best concerned friend act. He gave this whole speech about how he feels bad for Shannon and how it's unfortunate that he's going through this. But if you really listen between the lines...
You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old and get your old out there that can love you old. You're trying to hang out with these young and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
Told you. I told you.
Damn, bitch.
Steven was talking about Shannon's career like it's already 6 feet deep. He knew it was a wrap. And Steven didn't stop there either. After it hit the news that Shannon was stepping away, Steven got back on the mic, hammering the point that Disney does not play about their image. He made it loud and clear. Once Disney labels you a liability, it's a wrap. No second chances, no saving you. Actions have real consequences, and Shannon's finding that out the hard way. Stephen A. Smith also threw a little more shade, hinting that Shannon releasing those text messages from the OnlyFans girl completely backfired. Matter of fact, insiders say just seeing those messy texts was enough for Disney and ESPN to make the call. They had to cut him off. And Steven didn't stop there. He low-key dragged Shannon for being so reckless at his big age, acting like he was untouchable, only to get played bad by a 19-year-old. Shannon fumbled everything. His bag, his reputation, his future, all because he couldn't keep his impulses in check.
Millions, I go to hell. Millions, I go to hell.
Damn, bitch. Hell no,
Now, Steven tried to play slick and claimed he wasn't talking about Shannon specifically. He said he was speaking on people in general who walk around acting like they're above the law and don't gotta answer to nobody. But come on, everybody knew exactly who he was aiming at. Every word hit straight at Shannon's situation. And that's why fans are clowning Shannon with zero pity. They're saying he's way too old to be falling for rookie moves like this. Especially when he was always out here preaching his grandma's old school wisdom to everybody else. But couldn't even follow it himself when it mattered most. But it wasn't just Shannon's grandma trying to drop some wisdom on him. Nope. Remember when Cat Williams pulled up to Club Shay Shay last year and straight up warned Shannon that messing around with white women could land him in serious trouble? Well, turns out Cat wasn't just talking. He was preaching.
And just one more thing about Mr. Sharpe. Not so sharp, clearly. It is my theory. Just my opinion, my theory. Not fact, my opinion. I think all of this RACE rhetoric that was in those text messages started with him. It started with him. It's becoming more and more clear to me, in my opinion, that he has a race fetish.
You think he like getting whipped by white women and shit?
Dynamic. Think about it. This was a 19-year-old white woman when he met her. I don't know any 19-year-old white woman
I like them melanin females, no kitty cat.
And baby gravy. Shannon was a 54-year-old, big, black, grown man from the backwoods of Georgia. Gravy sound like he's familiar with. Big black babies. He probably seen a few in his day. Born in the backwoods of Georgia where he grew up with his grandma and all them other folks. But I just don't think that came from her. Now, is she repeating it back in those text messages? Yes. That's why he released her messages, not his. Peep that. Okay? We haven't seen what his response was.
Sharpe.
And I guarantee
what the fuck going on? People make mistakes. They ain't gonna kiss the cat.
All of that race started with him.
This was,
it's a fetish.
Man, I don't know, bro.
And he could only play that kind of stuff out with a young girl.
Motherfuckers do crazy shit on the impulse,
like
man.
when Nick was trying to tell him to get an older gal. Older gal ain't going for that. They was going immediately knew he was a freak and a weirdo. A 19-year-old don't know.
Yeah, no, them hoes, oh, y'all messed up. All the females are freaks.
To him because he said it to her first. Older men, that's why they tend to want to be with younger women. They're more impressionable. They can mold them. They can shape them to be what they want them to be. Do what they want them to do. You let him come to a 40 or 50-year-old woman talking about put a big black baby in baby gravy. We gonna be looking like, what the fuck?
Hell no, you got to get the right females, man.
That started with him.
You gotta get the right females.
But that race stuff started with him.
Based on the lawsuit timeline, Shannon was already deep in with that OnlyFans model when Kat gave him that warning. And it didn't stop there either. Right after Kat's interview went viral, Monique showed up on Club Shay Shay too, and she basically told Shannon to quit playing and find someone closer to his own age. She called out those weird age gap relationships, telling him it's a setup waiting to happen. But here's where it gets even crazier. There's a clip floating around now where Shannon jokes that he'd go to hell for $50 million. Well, guess what? The devil must have heard him loud and clear because his accuser, Gabriella Zuniga, is now hitting him with a $50 million lawsuit. You can't make this stuff up.
Oh, what, Gabby? Better your game with our Gabby.
Nobody pussy is worth 50 million. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yes.
Ain't nobody pussy worth no 50 M's. The fuck they talking about?
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
Well, okay.
Them long ass calls is weird.
No, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might choke you in public.
This shit is wild.
Big black guy chokes.
See, really, this white girl really try to set this nigga up like that. That's insane.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look.
I mean, she's 19. I mean, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I don't think no 50M lawsuit is gonna ever hit the board like that. That's like winning a lottery, bitch.
Okay.
Better than a lottery. Hell no.
Well, what?
But here's the thing. It ain't just the wild age gap that's making this whole situation blow up. Based on Gabriella's lawsuit and the text that Shannon himself leaked, it's clear Shannon was into some twisted bedroom games, including race play.
Many
And
like
insiders are saying Shannon was the only one who specifically asked for that nasty, racially charged role play.
Fuck
the
no.
girl, she was basically a paid worker doing whatever the check told her to do. But somewhere down the line, it sounds like everything spiraled way out of control. And whether this girl had a setup plan from the jump, or whether she pulled her consent back and Shannon kept pushing, either way, it's a terrible look for Shannon.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Buzz, who is targeted Jay-Z.
Damn, that's like Tony Buzz, the big goofy long neck, penguin neck, long baloney head ass, doing some shit, bro.
And play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine.
Now,
I knew
the
it.
reason people believe Shannon paid to live out these fantasies, it's because in one of those leaked text messages, Gabriella straight up mentioned Shannon throwing down $25,000 for each cheat. Like this wasn't some casual thing. Big money was moving behind the scenes.
That's
but
wild,
here's where it
bitch.
gets even nasty. Gabriella was sending Shannon some
shit.
wild texts too, talking about wanting him to put up censored for safety, and even saying she wanted to put her tongue in his censored.
Fuck no.
Lay it on me. Get your black over here, buckwheat. Okay, come straight out the gate with it. Yeah, I know that's what you like to be called, ain't it? Buckwheat. Now stop flapping them gigantic lips and using the way that's when you start not talking to these ears.
Damn.
I see you shucking and jiving out in them fields and out in the beach. That's all you is for. So much
no.
you walk like you be wading in the water.
Nigga wading in the water. Alright, gang, hold it down, man. You did.
I know you want some of this fat
Man, this is crazy.
I'll make your lips all greasy.
Make your lips all greasy. What's going on?
I thought you liked it.
From the way it looks, this 19-year-old was not really feeling Shannon like that. She was playing a whole different kind of game. She was most likely just doing what she got paid to do.
That nigga Sharpe.
Shannon only leaked the text she sent him.
Like, how do you get caught with that?
Left out his side
shit
of the
like this, bro?
Real slick move, right? But fans caught that fast, and now they're connecting the dots, saying she was probably talking wild because Shannon was the one pushing all that twisted race play stuff from the jump. Now, whether this whole mess was fully consensual from start to finish, or if it took a dark turn somewhere along the way, that's for the courts to figure out. But let's be real. It's looking real bad for Shannon right now. Especially after Gabriella's lawyer, Tony Buzz,
this is the biggest sign ever.
Suein and
Leave
dropped
white
an
hoes
explosive audio
alone.
recording. In it, Shannon can literally be heard threatening to choke her, and he even says he'd do it in public. That clip lit the internet on fire. Now, to be fair, the audio is strange on both ends. It's almost like some kind of disturbing role play was going on. But the part that's got everybody shook is how it sounds like this girl was baiting Shannon to say messed up things, and instead of shutting it down, he actually sounded into it. And that's making Shannon look real suspect out here. Even if this girl did bait Shannon with that wild talk and had it all recorded, now she's flipping the script and claiming it wasn't consensual. But fans, they're still saying Shannon's got no one to blame but himself. He's almost 60 years old and still letting a 19-year-old outmaneuver him. Like she wasn't going to turn around and weaponize everything he said and did. The lack of self-control and self-awareness here is crazy.
Tony Busby,
how do you fumble like that with your whole legacy on the line?
Sharpe, we want out of the group chat now. Like right now, because it's getting disgusting and you need to act your age. First, we had to hear the audio from when you accidentally went live that absolutely nobody asked. We could have went our whole lives without hearing that.
Damn, because she sounded awkward as hell, bitch. She sounded awkward. Like, she didn't even sound like she was really kind of interested. She sounded awkward as fuck.
We didn't want to hear about nobody getting hog-tied in your bedroom and your salad getting tossed while you wearing a collar. It's too much. Well, at what point do you say you just too old? He like that old grandfather that every time he come around, he want to tell you about all the women he got. And when everybody else is talking, he want to talk like he's still in his 20s and he hanging out with the young folks. Pack it up. You just too freaked out.
You're too freaked out.
We don't want to know about. We truly don't want nothing to do with it. Please, why didn't you just share that in the courts? Share it with the lawyers. Why did we need to see that? Sick of him.
And let's not forget the part where Shannon tried to play the successful black man being targeted card. He compared himself to Jay-Z and claimed that Tony Busby, Gabriella's lawyer, only comes after wealthy black men. Now, even if there's some truth to that, the internet was not buying it. People are calling Shannon out all over social media saying he's got no business trying to pull the black man victim card in this situation, especially when he was out here literally engaging in race play. Like, how are you going to cry about racial targeting when you were the one paying a white woman to humiliate you in some sick racial role play?
Ain't no damn way in hell, bitch.
Shannon tried to jump ahead of the drama, warning everyone that Tony Busby might release parts of a private tape that, in his words, would feed into every negative stereotype about black men. But fans, they're not having it. They're saying Shannon is the one who walked right into those stereotypes all by himself. I mean, how do you go from paying a white woman to racially humiliate you to now crying for sympathy because you're being unfairly targeted as a black man?
She be paying me.
That switch up is wild, and nobody's falling for it. His attempt to play the community card is crashing and burning. Instead of support, the internet is clowning him with memes, jokes, and non-stop roasting over this whole race play madness. And those texts he released, they didn't help his case one bit. If anything, they made things worse. Fans are saying this isn't even the first time Shannon's been caught being a weirdo. People are done buying the I'm the victim act. They're saying Shannon had every opportunity to walk a better path. And instead, he blew it all up himself. But now it's your turn. How do you feel about this whole Shannon Sharpe situation? Was he really targeted, or did he set himself up?
By the end of the day, man, who knows, man? This shit wild in the bitch, man. Look at Tony Busby, big goofy, long pinhead ass, juggernaut head ass, turtle dove head ass, got cooked up by Jay-Z, big long feet, pedal faced ass.
You won't want to miss what's coming next. See you at the next one.
Nigga just looking for a lick.
This video is only for my fellow
Stephen A. Smith gang. Shout out to Stephen A. Smith gang. Promoting Prize Pick right now is insane work, bitch.
No. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Insanely work.
This edition of Stephen A. Smith
Show. What going on?
Digital airways of YouTube and, of course, iHeartRadio. As always, thanking all of y'all for your support for watching the show.
See his full words on this bitch, man.
Downloads I received over iHeartRadio. Subscribers now eclipsing 1.18 million. Thank you so much for the love and support.
Damn, all right. Turn up.
Today's a different day because of where I have to get started and where I have to finish. There's only going to be one subject.
You know how shit goes, man.
And it's where we're getting started. It's involving some news that broke yesterday involving Shannon Sharpe, my colleague at ESPN.
Up one day, down the next day.
My friend,
get right back up.
The Hall of Fame tight end was sued on Sunday
by
a woman proceeding under the name Jane Doe pseudonym. The 13 paid civil complaint filed in Nevada alleges that Sharpe committed assault, sexual assault, battery, and sexual battery.
Damn.
The plaintiff alleges Sharpe sexually assaulted her several times at the end of 2024 and the beginning of 2025. The suit also alleges that Shannon engaged in the intentional infliction of emotional distress. It should be noted that the suit was filed by attorney Tony Busby. This is the same attorney that filed a suit against Jay-Z.
Let's be honest. I understand other shit, bro, but
alleging they both sexually assaulted a minor, which has since been withdrawn. Jay-Z also has countersued Busby. By the way, the plaintiff
that's the Jay-Z shit and got cooked.
Heard in the accidental Instagram live stream incident that made headlines last September of last year. In response to the suit, Shannon and his legal team went to social media yesterday and released a series of allegedly sexually explicit text messages between him and the Jane Doe.
I missed that big juicy. What?
In addition to that,
25K?
Following statement, quote,
y'all might want to pause that shit when y'all get to it, man.
By Gabriella Zuniga and orchestrated by her attorney, Tony Busby, is a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down.
What is with all these lawsuits, nigga? Everybody getting hit with a lawsuit. The fuck going on?
And it will not succeed. End quote. Then earlier today, Jane Doe's attorney, Tony Busby, sent TMZ Sports a 1 minute and 36-second clip of an alleged conversation between his client and Shannon.
Everybody getting hit with a lawsuit.
In response to that clip, Shannon Sharpe went back to social media and issued this response. Take a look.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart.
Too professional.
This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open
and
defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes.
A 30-second
Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out.
10 minutes?
I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
Well,
camera fucking up now.
It's a sad situation. Shannon Sharpe is somebody I work with a couple of days a week. Shannon Sharpe is somebody that I brought to ESPN. Works on First Take, which airs on ESPN every weekday morning from 10 a.m. to 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. He's been with me every Monday and Tuesday. We've been number one for 13 years and counting. But since Shannon has arrived, obviously he's helped the show immensely. And I can't thank him enough for it. We've grown close as friends. I'd like to believe that. I certainly root for him. I know he's been through a lot in life. He's overcome a lot of things. And when he departed from Fox, I was more than happy to bring him on board here. So all I can speak about is what I know, based on the reports, and I can speak about ESPN and Disney. To be clear, even though this podcast, this YouTube show is owned and operated by me solely, it doesn't mean that I'm going to be
dismissive. ESPN owned by Disney.
Of ESPN who employs me in my daytime job on First Take. So I sit here before you today letting you know that they are aware that this is a subject that I was going to broach because I owe them that courtesy. With that being said, it's important to point out a couple of things. Number one, I was not there. I can provide no eyewitness account. And even though I got love and respect for Shannon Sharpe, and I'm sincerely hopeful and prayerful that he is completely innocent of the allegations that have been levied against him, I can't sit here and speak to his innocence or guilt from a knowledgeable place because I have nothing to do with this. I haven't seen anything. I don't know anything. I don't even know this person.
100%.
I know
what's new? Another white bitch trying to take a nigga, black nigga money on. Like, what's
things
new?
That have been reported on a multitude of outlets, from the AP to the New York Post to Forbes to TMZ and then everything in between. I mean, I can't even count the number of publications that have talked about it or written about it, networks, etc. It's all over the internet. It's everywhere. And I know that. I'm fully aware of that. This is not a criminal case. So there is no concern about him going to jail. This is a civil case, which means that he can either be found liable or not liable. The accuser in question is seeking $50 million. That was confirmed by Shannon Sharpe on that video today. According to the reports, it's somebody that he met in 2023.
50 M's is
who was
wild.
19 years old at that particular moment in time. According to some audio that was put out.
Bitch, don't even do with 50 M's, bitch.
Earlier
get back to the white people. Fuck y'all gonna do with it, bitch. Buy some breast implants and fucking better coochie hole.
The female talking to somebody who is alleged to be Shannon Sharpe. We don't know whether that's true or not. And the person in question, again, we don't know whether it's Shannon or not. The words choke, as in I will choke the hell out of you if I saw you. And so because of that, knowing that audio was probably going to come out along with additional tapes, whether they be video or audio is unclear at this particular moment in time, Shannon Sharpe felt compelled to come out in his own defense. How we interpret that? Let me be very, very clear about where I'm coming from. I'm a bit torn in terms of his response. On one hand,
I thought it was too professional. He needed to
Tony
be a little
Busby
bit more
has
real with it.
sued Jay-Z. He did sue Diddy. He did accuse them, or represented the woman who was accusing them.
Busby a bitch. Look at that. Let's set
sexual
that straight. Crip.
And said that she was 13 years of age at the time when talking about Jay-Z and Diddy, and Jay-Z went ballistic and emphatically denied it, wouldn't let it go. The case was dropped, and now he's suing Busby, mentioning words like extortion and other things.
Damn, on his ass.
So when Shannon Sharpe brought up Mr. Busby in that video that we aired and talked about him being extorted, he brought up Mr. Busby and Mr. Busby's past. And he talked about him, going against African American men. There's two thoughts there.
Damn.
On one hand,
they do love to go after African American men, bitch.
Should be presumed
Crip,
innocent.
niggas like,
Not
bro.
just because you should be presumed
They know we be
innocent
getting that money on, nigga. They don't want us to come up.
On his own
Let's
behalf,
be honest.
and has been very aggressive in going after
Once we
Tony
talk
Busby.
loud and we know what the fuck we talk about and try to get the real out, they gonna take your ass down, bitch.
In the case of P. Diddy,
Crip.
you don't know what to believe. Again, the case against Jay-Z was a civil suit. Diddy was a civil suit. But in Diddy, you don't know what to believe because of all the allegations he's facing. But we can't forget that Tony Busby was also the person that represented at least 24 of the 27 women that accused Deshaun Watson.
Oh, he was?
Of sexual misconduct along with other allegations. And at least 23 of those cases were settled.
Damn.
So we have an obligation to mention that. So on one hand,
how many records did he give out?
Going on the offensive to defend himself, I
They're trying to
completely
get
understand where Shannon Sharpe is coming from. On the other hand, when his legal team issued out
Buzzy start seeing that jury start rubbing his hand like Birdman, bitch.
Yesterday,
fuck that going on,
and they spoke about. They mentioned her name, and they revealed some of those explicit text messages. That was uncomfortable. And I don't know if that's a strategy that
there's a lot. After y'all showed it, was a lot of text messages.
One of the hardest things in the world for all of us to do is to just lay low and be quiet.
True.
And let our legal team do it. And we don't always know whether or not
that's shit like that happen. Might be, but I think you need to get a few words in, and then just let your legal team handle it. Like the bitch, I ain't do shit, bitch, fuck you. And deal.
But I spoke to him. And he emphatically proclaims his innocence.
Who knows, man? You know, you never know until you're into position. You never want to be in a
position.
According
to Mr. Busby,
his client
emphatically proclaims
his guilt. He's gonna do it anyway. Take a nigga out on some bullshit.
So where does that leave us? I'd love to tell you that I know the answer to that question, but I don't. I am the executive producer.
He couldn't let them white people go, man. He left the other channel to just go get caught with a white woman. Is insane, bitch.
I went and got him and brought him to ESPN. But I'm not the boss. Those are other folks. There are layers to this, and there are certain layers even I am not on. I can tell you, I also spoke to co-chairman of Disney, the boss, Jimmy Pitaro, who made it very, very clear we are taking this matter very seriously. And we are looking into this very, very closely.
So what they trying to do?
And once we gather as many facts as we possibly can, we will go from there.
Man, fuck these white hoes.
And that is all he said.
Fuck, nigga.
And I can mention his name because I received his permission to say that. I don't know what that means. In my perfect world, this equates to Jay-Z, where the case is ultimately dropped and Shannon is allowed to continue on First Take and continue to thrive and shine. And not just that, and have an illustrious career in the podcast stratosphere doing Nightcap with Chad Ochocinco.
Man, that nigga wear like a token.
And ultimately
don't give a fuck about Shannon, bitch.
This $100 million deal that he was all over the news about to sign just a couple of days before this report came out.
Damn.
In my perfect world, he moves on. And somehow, some way, we find this all to be.
You about to sign $100 million deal, bitch?
But it doesn't seem like that's the way things are about to go down, considering who Mr. Busby is.
Man, fuck Busby, goofy ass.
His client,
like a buzz tree, her guy,
is proclaiming that she is right and she's telling the truth. I don't know where this is going to go. I can't speak to anything else. I don't know who Shannon Sharpe's legal team is and what they're suggesting. I imagine that everything that has transpired has been at the behest of his lawyers, not just himself.
Yeah, these times, man, you got pretty guard about these stuff. Cause
I can tell you again that
I'm telling you, man, I tell y'all, bro, this be like piranhas and fucking sharks, bitch. Fucking alligators, ho. You know what I'm saying?
Use his words. How wise is it to use those kind of words when a civil matter of this nature is out there? When you have a podcast and you have advertisers and sponsors and you work for ESPN and they have advertising sponsors, I don't know. What can we say if any of us were in that position?
That's what I'm saying, bitch.
We felt or were proclaiming we were innocent. I don't know. And I'm not about to pretend. I just wanted to make sure that I echoed to all of you that the only reason I spoke on this issue is because he works with me 2 days a week. He's on national television. He was on national television with me today. He was on national television with me yesterday when the story came out Sunday night. I didn't know anything about it until we got on the air. But he was on air. And if you know him in part because of all the work that he's doing with me and what he's doing in this industry, I know everybody's been waiting. Like, Stephen A., what you got to say about this? I got to say what I just told you. I don't know what's happened. I know I got love for the brother. I know that I'm wishing that he's innocent and all of this stuff goes away and he can continue to thrive with me on ESPN.
Hopefully, man, like I said, bro.
Platforms that he worked so diligently over the years to
build. The way these people move these days, man, like the people who running that shit, man, they be on some fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck would you go to that island?
And I can't do that.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers be the people who went to the island, bitch.
This is my platform.
What they talking about?
But also have a day job and also understand what lawyers, what HR, and all of those other things entail. What I said is all I can say.
You gotta always make a way out of nothing.
And in all honesty, at this moment, it is all I know. I have no idea what direction ESPN and Walt Disney will go in when it comes to this matter.
Why would you go to that island?
All I do know is it won't be me making a decision. It'll be others upstairs. In the end, all of us have someone to answer to. No matter how maverick we try to be and we own our own business and we're our sole proprietors like I am on this platform and stuff like that. There are advertisers, there are sponsors, there are people you do business with, there are partners, and there are bosses.
I don't cap, Stephen. I've been looking at the edge of.
That's the situation.
On the side of your head. I ain't gonna cap. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying?
At this particular moment in time.
That whole, on the other side, I don't know, man.
I sincerely wish him the best. I got love for him.
Bitch.
And I hope all of this is just a sad ordeal that goes away.
But that nigga did that.
Because there was no truth to it. But I don't know.
Like, what the fuck?
Neither do you or the rest of us. And only time will tell what the truth is. That's it for this edition of the Stephen A. Smith Show. Special edition of the Stephen A. Smith Show. Just want to let you know that.
Hey, man, say, man. I hope Stephen A. All right, man. He's man. Shannon Sharpe. He'll be here with that 50 mil, man. Tell y'all motherfuckers, the streets, man. Tell about you, man. Good. Alright, we back. So y'all see from that motherfucker, man? I don't know if he's fired. Man, this bitch is stupid. She recorded that nigga, bruh. Shannon Sharpe told me he wants to choke that bitch out is insane, bruh. Like, I don't know how he didn't know she was acting weird. Like, she was acting weird as fuck. Like, if she just always act like that, Crip, like, I don't know, like, when you talk on the phone and she taking forever to talk back, like, and so she's like, she's shaking. It just didn't seem right. And he's like, wasn't, I don't know, it just didn't seem right. You know what I'm saying? Like, how he didn't know that she was playing games in his face. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can never understand female because they be on their periods and they be on their extra ass shit. Like, you know, a lot of shit can go on. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you just never know what could be really going in a female back in their mind. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta sometimes speculate. But it's like, damn, when the bitch started recording, you know what I'm saying, Sharpe talking crazy, I mean, at the end, like I said, she's 19. She's an adult. You know, at the end of the day, however people want to look at it and say what it is and this, she's a prostitute, bitch. She sell her body online, bitch. Like, she ain't like she out here doing like, yeah. Ain't like she's out here doing some crazy. She doing what she's supposed to do. You get what I'm saying? But as far as Shannon Sharpe talking about some, she like to get like demoralized by the white bitch is insane. You know what I'm saying? Like, these motherfuckers be on some weird shit, man. It's just that slave mentality, man. That's why I be calling it, man. I feel like a lot of these niggas got slave mentality where they gotta feel like, you know what I'm saying, they gotta be around these white people just to feel like they fit in. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never felt like that. I feel like black people got the most intelligent, powerful, you know, just spiritually as a person. You got Yahweh, God, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like being with our own people can always make us be stronger, you know what I'm saying? Especially when we get the right people minds and shit. But as far as Crip, like, as far as Shannon Sharpe doing his thing with this white bitch, man, just weird, bro. I can't let that. I'm not gonna let that sit in my mind too long. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, a $50 million lawsuit, bro, is not worth that pussy at all. I mean, no pussy, really. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, you know how much pussy you could get with $50 million? A lot, bitch. A lot. Simple. But at the end of the day, you get into one bitch over that rancid pussy. I mean, like, what the fuck? So at the end of the day, man, I feel like Shannon Sharpe, man, got into a tough situation to where, you know, he trying to go through Busby. And that's what the nigga who try to take Jay-Z down. As we see, he just want to take black niggas' money on. And that's just what it is at the end of the day. I don't know what they gonna do better, man. Hopefully Shannon Sharpe can beat this case. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. They got the recording. Shannon leaked the video, like the messages, but they say it didn't look better on him. Man, I just trying to figure out what they gonna do with Shannon Sharpe. They fire him? Did they not fire him? He gonna get better? Are they gonna keep him? Or they not gonna keep him? He gonna get a new position because he just left his old show. It's just that he about to sign a $100 million contract, bruh. It's just like bad to worse to worse to worse. After he just blow up on his fucking show, you know, Cat Williams, like, hey man, we out this bitch hood, Northside, Big Crip, gang, Northside.
Hey Dad, you know dog, when we link up, dog, this shit be legendary. Even though this is instrumental, you the engineer on it, so Kodak everywhere.